Check out that exhaust, looking good. I went and picked up some oil today, a couple things of antifreeze. Now that our radiators are mounted and our hoses are all nice and tight, we can get ready to start putting some fluids in this motor. Also picked up another can of this filter oil. I bought this air filter without the oil on it. They're like a couple of dollars cheaper, plus this was the only one they had in stock, but then this is where they get you. The spray was $10 and that's all I had left. I thought I had the stuff, but that's all I had in my can. Anyway, I did get a package in the mail today, so we're going to go ahead and open this thing up. Hopefully it's our reeds, and we'll move on to installing reeds and carburetor, get our throttle hooked up, and maybe throw in a gas tank, get this thing started. All right, let's go ahead and check out what's in this box. The last thing I want to see in here would be our radiator hoses that we've been waiting for weeks after I just cleaned up our old ones. All right, so we got our set for our rim locks. This is actually for a different bike. Here's little just rubber caps. And is that right? Yeah, it looks right. Here we go. So we got our 2-stage reeds. Looks like either throttle or clutch cable. Another set here to throw on the Suzuki. All right, let's go ahead and get this stuff on. Man, I cannot believe they shrink wrapped that like that. All right, we got everything cleaned up. Now it's time to put these back on. You can see this is the old style. It's like a single stage reed, where this is going to allow a little bit to come in and then go boom, wide open. Like a dual stage, they call it. A dual stage reed we're putting in. All right, it looks like the exhaust is in the way. Try to get that last one in. So you might have to disconnect a couple springs and get that exhaust out the way. I'm not gonna be able to get that in there. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Now that we have our reeds installed, you're going to want to make an adjustment on your carburetor on your air screw. So they say to go to 1/4 to 1/2. So we'll go ahead, go about in between there. All right, next we're going to go ahead and get our throttle cable put into our throttle. Go ahead and take this old one off. All right, now that top cover's off, we can fish our cable out. Going to go ahead and clean these parts up a bit and then put our new cable in. All right, we got our needle adjusted. Nice new lubed up throttle cable in. Fresh vent hoses, all done up. This carburetor here went through top to bottom. Going to go ahead and work ourselves in there now. All right, we just got our carburetor in. Remember, every time you're doing this, make sure you do not forget your clamp. You see, I got my clamp set in there. We'll have to get that tight now. I can't tell you how many times I've slid things in and forgot to put my clamp on before. Anyway, we're going to get that tightened down. We're going to temporarily tighten our throttle because we don't have our front brake on yet. I did run the clutch cable, so that's already in. Hopefully, our ASV clutch comes in. If not, we're going to have to put the old one on. No big deal. So we got our airbox here. Remember how oxidized and white this was? Really just to bring out the color, I used my torch and just slowly heated this stuff up. I did go over it a little bit with sandpaper here and there, but I wasn't too worried about getting out scratches. After all, you know, this is a dirt bike and we're going to be getting this thing dirty in the future here. So start it. A little bit of a tricky to get this here started. No, we're not in there. Oh my God, I think I got it. I think I got it. Oh my God, that thing was so hard to compress. I finally got that started. I think I've been messing with this for, oh my God, at least 20 minutes now. There we go. So our oil filter is installed. I mean air filter. Our air filter is installed, which should have been the easiest task in the world that took forever. I'm so aggravated. On that note, I think I'm going to have to go take a woosah break and chill out a little bit. All right, so I just spent hours and I finally got this rear brake ran, everything like that. Here's our custom little brake pedal, all burnt bronze and orange. I had this line made up because we needed a whole extra 8 inches off of stock. One thing that I didn't do though was I should have transferred this like hard pipe over. You see this is going to have a little flex in it, but once we put our guys, we should be good. But man, I really did not think we were going to have a functioning, oh man, I can't really, hold on, let me put this on the stand. But man, guys, I'm super hyped. I did not think we were going to have a functioning rear brake. So check that out. That's going to be a nice luxury to have. Never know, one day you might whip back a nasty wheelie or something, need that back brake. A lot of these hill climber guys, they won't even run a rear brake. So this is definitely a luxury on an extended swing on bike. All right, here we go. It's going to be the last day on this build. We got our engine all ready here. We got wheels on, brakes, we're ready to roll. We're going to go ahead now, throw motor oil in our engine, as well as coolant. Going to get some coolant in these radiators. And then we're going to go ahead, fix up the gas tank. I just got to put a couple more things, get a gas line, mix up some fuel, and we're going to go ahead and start this motor up soon. Undo our oil level screw. All right, we can already see oil coming out of our weep hole here. Just gonna go ahead, plug it up, cap it off. All right, we got our fill level screw back in. Just gonna go ahead, throw a little shot more in here just to be safe. Now I do have another oil cap I ordered, but everything is on such back order. We'll probably get it the day after the deadline or something crazy like that. Hopefully I'll get a clutch lever in the mail today. If not, I'll have to mount up my old one. But that's what happens here with the Corona. Go ahead, rig me up a little safety line, just in case this wants to take a dive on me. All right, here we go. Oh, fuck. I got a little excited there. All right, we just got done putting our first jug of antifreeze in there, and it brought us pretty close to the top. So I think we only just need a little bit more to top it off. We want to go ahead and check all of our hoses and make sure nothing's dripping out on us or leaking anything obvious. And now we're going to start assembling our fuel tank. We even went and Cerakoted our little petcock on and off there. Some of you kids nowadays with your fancy fuel injection don't even know what that's like to have to turn your fuel off every day. Oh, passed the pressure test. Guys, we're selling the 1989, the KTM 500. Now, as far as I know, your top end's free, your bottom is free. The guy brought it, I took it as far as I could, I see no oil peak. So for some reason, still seems like there's no oil in the bottom end. It definitely looks like there's some seal leakage going on or something like that. Anyway, again, this is a 1989 500cc 2-stroke KTM. Here we go, start it off now. When you say, I'm going to give a 800, 800 to go, now I'm going to get 800, now I'm going to get 500. Where are we at? Now I'm going to get 5, I'm going to get 5. That's $1 a cc. Where are we at? 200's in now. And 2 where? 2. You still holding off. I don't see nobody in the air, guys. There's a lot of interest in this. I'm going to go way more than that. 200, nobody's still jumping? I think the guy should have took my first offer. I told him when he came off the truck, I was going to give him 6 for it, right when he came off the truck. Tuesday, I gotta get 250. Tuesday, I'm gonna get $250. Now I'm gonna get 250. Gotta go 300. Now I'm gonna get 350. 350. Let's go. Now I'm gonna get 400. I go 400. Now I'm gonna get 450 and go. 450. Let's go. 450. Now I'm gonna get 500 up front. 500. Now I'm gonna get 500. Now I'm gonna get 500. Where you at? I can't see you when I get 500 up front. No. You're saying no? 500 where? 500. I see it. Now I'm gonna get 550. And at 550. Now I'm gonna get 6 and go. 600. Now I'm gonna get 600. Now 600. I'm gonna get 650. And 650. Now I'm gonna get 650. Now I'm gonna get 650. Now I'm gonna get 650. You're saying 7. Let me know. 700 now, we're gonna get 700, where we get 700, we're gonna get 700, we're gonna get 700, bid 800 now, 800, we're gonna get 800, we're gonna get 800, 750, let me know, 750, let me know, got a bid 8, sir, and bid 8 now, we get 800, now we get 800, now we get 800, now we get 800, thinking about it, I'm getting up here, 800 to, that's me, we're gonna get 850, 850 now, we get 850, we're gonna get 850, we're gonna get 850, thinking about it, let me know. $850, where we get 850, 800 slide, now we get 850, guys are closed out, let me know, I'm in, 850, 800 now, we get 850, say yes, 850, 900, 950, 950, we're gonna get 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 950, last and final call for $950. 900 bucks, that goes to me. Oh my God, here we go. Buyer number 5 on Old Tasmanian Devil. We'll see if we can get it running in a couple. So we did end up buying the KTM. I just want to go ahead and show you, this is the next day. We got this lot cleared out. It was over 50 some rows. All right, that's a wrap on part 2. Make sure you check out part 3 where we put the finishing touches on the Cr500 and take it for its first true test drive on the dirt. Check out the trenches this thing digs and kicks up. Anyway, like always, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe. Leave a comment too. Let me know what you think about the project, how it's coming along, and what do you think about the KTM? Is it a total POS? Did I pay way too much money for it? Let me know what you think. I'll catch you next time, guys. Peace.